Hi, I'm Ellen. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be setting up my bullet journal for the month of June. I'm super excited to set up my bullet journal for this month because it is my birth month, which I'm sure everybody, has their favorite month kind of as their birth month. But this month I took inspiration from a Chinese daily calendar that I saw while I was studying abroad in Taiwan, and I just thought that the simplicity was really beautiful as well as the color pairing, so I took a lot of inspiration from that. It is still a very simple spread, and I hope you enjoy seeing me set it up. So we are hopping into my Reflaris bullet journal. I will have it linked down below in the description along with all the other materials I used. The main inspiration from the Chinese calendar I was talking about is really in the font style, colors, and then I also added some Chinese characters. So you'll see here I have the Chinese character for month. And then I added in the grid lines so that I would have a box for every day. And just a note, I do start my weeks on Mondays, so if you prefer starting your week on a Sunday, you will have a slightly different looking grid. Here I have my YouTube page, so I used that same kind of type and went with the red for the color, and I have the same grid again so that I can plan out what videos I'll be doing when throughout the month, as well as keep track of my progress in creating those videos. So here I'll put the video name, and I also mark off once I've completed different parts of the video creation process, and this just helps keep me accountable and knowing what I have left to do for a video. I also like to keep track of how many subscribers I had at the beginning of a month and the end of the month, so that I just, have a sense of my growth for that month. On the other side of the page, I decided I wanted to do 21 things I've learned in 21 years because I am turning 22 this year, and so I wanted to just kind of reflect on my life so far. On these pages, I have my gratitude tracker as well as a page for a bucket list. So I decided I wanted to have some space to write out things I'm excited to do after quarantine is over and during the summer, or, just some things to get excited about. And then the gratitude page is just a place to go every day and add some of the great things that happened. And I've been doing it this month, and it's been keeping me really positive. Now we're going to do my first weekly page, and here I added a J for June in a kind of similar font. I'm honestly not the best at typography, so I sketched it all out in pencil, and I think it looks mostly cohesive. On the other side of the spread, I am doing a grid for the week. I like to do hourly tracking during school weeks. And so this is where I'm doing hourly tracking as well as having space for my top priorities each day. This is a setup that I have kind of developed from different inspiration that I've gotten over time, and I've been using it for most of the past month and really enjoying it. So on the other side of the page, I have my running to-do list, as well as a place to see where in the month we are, and a habit spot, as well as a steps tracker, so I can kind of mark off how many steps I have, which you will see as I continue to fill in some of these details. The white gel pen did not show up super great on top of my red marker, but I'm still happy with the way that it looks, and if I need to, I can go over it with black pen at some point. I decided to label all of the days. Here I wrote the English number along with the Chinese character for month, and day. I did get a little bit confused partway through and started throwing in some Chinese numbers, so it looks a little bit weird, but honestly I don't mind it. I kind of switched back and forth when I realized my mistake. I'm putting in the hours along the side over here so I can keep track of what times I'm doing different things, and then that bottom section is where I'm putting my top priorities for each day. I put in my habits later as I get closer and figure out what I want to track that week, but for steps, I label numbers 1 up to 10, and it stands for thousands of steps, so I can mark how many steps I get each day because it's been pretty varied while staying home, so I just like to kind of see that visual representation. Now we will be doing our final flip through, going back and looking at that first monthly page. I think it looks really nice and it's very simple, but I'll probably add some more to it later. Here is that YouTube page as well as a place to reflect on the last year of my life / my life in general. And I'm excited to kind of spend some time with that and think about 21 things that have really touched me. Here are my gratitude and bucket list pages. They're obviously very plain now, but they're super fun to look back on once they are more filled in. And I think that having simple pages is not a bad thing at all. It makes it a lot more usable for me. That's the most important thing. And here finally is my weekly spread. So this has all of the various things I like to keep track of in a given week. So here is where I keep track of my steps. I add in my habits later. I also have space for my running to-do list here. And then on the other side is where I do my hourly planning, which is always really nice. It's especially great for academics, so I'll probably move away from this a little bit more after the school term has ended. But for now, it works great for me and I'm excited about it. I was just pointing out some of the mistakes I made that I discussed earlier with the Chinese versus English numbers. But overall, I'm really happy with how this turned out. Those are all of the pages for June. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed seeing me set up my bullet journal for June. Let me know in the comments down below what your theme for June is, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!